welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into this really cool fable, one that gets right to the heart of a huge question. Are we better off going it alone or together? It's a story about a town, two brothers, and a wise old dragon who just shows up and changes absolutely everything. And this one line, wow, it sets the entire stage. It tells you everything you need to know about this place. We're talking about a world that's not defined by its mountains or rivers, but by a state of mind. The default setting for everyone there is just, I'm on my own. Imagine that. An entire culture of isolation, all wrapped up in a single sentence. All right, so let's jump right in. Let's really explore this world, this town called Me. So right off the bat, the story lays out two totally opposite ways of living. On one hand, you have the world of Me, all about closed doors, everyone's separate, kind of sad and blue. But then it gives us this little glimpse of something else, this wonder of we. And that world is all about connection, kindness, and teamwork. It's just pure delight. So who lives in this town? Well, right at the very heart of it all, we meet our main characters, Ricky and Johnny. And these two, they are the poster children for this whole me-first attitude. They're twin brothers, living right next to each other, but all they can think about is what they want. And it just keeps them in this constant funk.
But things can't stay this way forever, right? The whole situation in Meatville is about to get completely shaken up. A visitor shows up out of nowhere with a proposal that's going to challenge, well, everything these two brothers think they know about the world. And who is this visitor? It's a grand dragon named Zoran. But here's the thing, he's not scary. He's not here to cause trouble. He's more like a mentor, a guide. And when he shows up, you just know things are about to change. Big time.
So Zoran gets there and he just sees it right away. He diagnoses the problem, he looks around and he sees all the loneliness, the division. But what's great is, he doesn't just point out what's broken, he actually offers the solution. He introduces this incredible idea he calls the wonder of we. So how's he going to teach them? He proposes a journey. It's like a classic call to adventure, But this isn't just a random trip. It's more like a class. The whole goal is to show the twins the power they've been missing. And the prize at the end, it's not gold, it's treasures of kindness. How cool is that? So that brings up a really good question. How do you actually teach big ideas like sharing and kindness? I mean, they're so abstract. Well, this fable's answer is actually pretty brilliant. You turn them into real, physical challenges.
And Zoran's journey is broken down into these 3 specific tests. Each one is designed to teach a core piece of this we mindset, and they all build on each other, one after the other. Okay, lesson number 1. The twins come up to a river and it is way too wide to jump across. Now here's the catch. Each of them has one log. Just one. It's the perfect setup to show them, hey, you literally cannot do this by yourself. The lesson here is just so powerful. By putting their 2 separate logs together, they build a single, shared raft. It's such a simple but perfect metaphor for how working together can create something way more capable than just the sum of its parts. It's synergy in action. All right, so for the next test, they hit a totally different kind of roadblock. This time, it's a huge, towering wall, and you get the feeling right away that you can't just, force your way through it. This one is a test of character. And this is where we see that me-first thinking start to crack. Instead of just focusing on how he can get past the wall, Ricky's attention is actually drawn to a creature that's in trouble. Now, Johnny's still a little hesitant, but you can see that seed of compassion has been planted. And here is the big reveal of this lesson. The act of kindness itself, that becomes the key. The wall, Zoran explains, wasn't really made of stone. It was a reflection of their own closed-off hearts. The moment they choose compassion over just thinking about themselves, poof, a path forward magically appears. So the final trial is the culmination of everything they've learned. It requires teamwork just to climb the dangerous mountain, kindness to help another trapped creature, this time an eagle, and finally a deep sense of unity for the final puzzle at the very top. And that final puzzle, a shattered mirror. The only way to fix it is if they join their minds and their hands and work as one. It makes it crystal clear. Their true strength isn't just in their combined muscle, but in their combined perspective and a shared goal. Okay, let's get to the final act.
The boys have learned their lessons. Now we get to see what happens when they bring all this new wisdom back home and how it affects not just them, but their entire community. They come back to the exact same place they left, same gloomy gray town. But here's the thing. They are not the same people. They've seen the wonder of we, and now they carry those lessons inside them. And this table just shows the sheer scale of their impact. Before, people were divided. After, they gathered. Doors were shut. Now, neighbors offer a hand. And what's amazing is how they did it. They didn't make new laws or give orders. They simply shared their smiles, offered help, and told their story. And through those small acts, they inspired a total cultural shift, turning gloomy Meeville into the bright community of Weeville. And this quote from Ricky really says it all. It becomes the new founding principle for their entire town. It's this idea that connection and collaboration, well, they're a kind of magic, a magic that's more powerful than just individual strength. In the end, this fable is so much more than just a story. It's a mirror. And it leaves us with a really powerful question to think about in our own lives. In our work, our families, our communities. Where is our Meeville, and how can we start building a Weeville today?